that about how he has to be a certain amount of feet, you know.
No name Audit's arrested.
It's always been my assumption
Shelly's on Brian's
that if you tell a driver to shut
and
up,
a banana says, "Hey, Shelly."
say anything else, it's interfering. If
yeah, Brian, 10 feet. They were watching this video before the rest that was entrapping guys.
Look, you don't need to say anything more. But if I say to the driver, shut up and don't
Chief George says, how much is the bail?
He has all he needs. I have interfered. So that's what, to me, is the difference. One
you could always just
giving him the right. The other one is telling the driver to shut up, as he said, shut up and don't say anything more. You gave him a license, right? Yes, then that's all you need to get him. Shut up and don't say anything more. That is interfering.
Or you could just say, remember your rights. You have the right to remain silent.
Yeah, your Fifth Amendment. That's your Fifth Amendment.
The difference is always been when he is instructing. When he instructed the woman what to do.
Been West Conspiracy says Supreme Court ruled 10 feet is a reasonable distance.
That's
unless it's an emergency area with crime tape.
I'm going to love to hear I'm wrong. Because if I'm wrong, I'm going to love to hear that. But
interfering laws, that's in, where is that, Massachusetts? No. What state is that?
I know, North Carolina. Myrtle Beach. But I mean...
There's a Myrtle Beach in Florida.
There's a big difference between, telling somebody what their rights are and saying, this is what you need to do. That's where it comes, that's why I said that was interfering, was because of that one thing, the only thing, instructing versus, telling. But we'll see.
All right, so let me see.
Because I'm going to talk to my sister tomorrow. She's a lawyer. I'm going to find out for sure.
Hold on.
Right, and the Supreme Court has ruled that 10 feet is a reasonable distance.
Yes. Well, they never said anything about distance.
Right.
That other cop said you went up and you spoke to the driver.
Correct.
While the police officer was there.
Right.
That's what he said.
Yep.
All right, so this is what I found. So it looks like town of Harborough. Is that somewhere in North Carolina?
I don't know.
I looked up North Carolina and this came up. If you wish to photograph or film law enforcement officers conducting their business in a public place, you are certainly allowed to. You must, however, take care not to
Ginger Snap says, I hope no name is okay. Much love, everyone.
Duties. If you wish to film,
Ginger Snap says, Myrtle Beach Police Department. Don't call it.
From the incident, you should not expect an officer to spend any time responding to questions or comments. If an officer tells you that you are too close to them, then you are too close. It's a crime in the state of North Carolina to give false information to a law enforcement officer.
Breaking the law says 10 feet is not a court ruling. It just happens that for the right to film cops just happen to be 10 feet. But that's a reasonable observation.
You see the law enforcement officers, but if you don't say anything, it's not lying.
Well, what Breaking the Law is talking about, the 10 feet rule, is there was a case in court that the individual was being charged, was interfering because he was too close to the cop's car. The court had decided that the distance he was at that time was not considered interfering, but it had to do with the conditions and so forth in that location. Therefore, it didn't say that 10 feet was acceptable, but only that 10 feet in that area was acceptable. And it didn't give, and it wasn't a precedent-setting thing. It was just a basic run.
So they arrested him for interference and resisting arrest. How did he resist arrest?
Where did you see that?
That's what they said when he was in the car. They said he
Well, yeah, but
resisted
that's not what he's
arrest.
been booked for yet, so we don't know.
Well, if he says it, then he's probably going to put it on paper, right?
But not necessarily. They've said one thing, and then when you get there,
they tacked on a few other things. Yeah.
Tacked on a few other things.
They tacked on it's resisting arrest.
Or changed it. Yeah.
What they'll do is look at body cam and then decide whether or not they want to change something or not. So right now, you guarantee they're in there reviewing their body cams.
Would you believe that he asked them if he could see the body cam, and they said you can see it in court?
Well, that's bullshit. You can always.
Yeah, he said you can see it in court. It'll be in court for you to view. Because he goes, let me see it. Let me see it. I didn't resist arrest. Let me see it. And they wouldn't show it to him. God, oh, so annoying. It's so fucked up. I feel so bad for him, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's just like I remember a couple years ago, some of the people in Neon Valley that when Salvaggio faked that press conference, some people, they're an evil witness who were getting charged with felony resisting arrest with
how
bullshit.
Do you resist arrest?
I heard nobody really resisted arrest.
I mean, I
some
didn't
people were
hear
getting charged with that.
He was under arrest.
You're right.
I mean, what do you? It's like sometimes you wonder what counts as resisting arrest.
He just yelled, "You're resisting."
Yeah, he said you're resisting. He said,
yeah.
Right.
What am I resisting? He said.
You need to be told that you are under arrest or that you are being detained before they can say that you are resisting.
Correct.
What did he yell at him? It's lawful order that you stop right there.
He said, "Stop you're walking away. Stop resisting." He said.
That's not resisting. If you're sitting and walking away, that's not resisting. They have to place you under arrest first. Try to illegally detain you before they can say you're resisting arrest.
Is that the same? What is that? I mean, I know what that is, but can he still be
resisting arrest? Is when you're trying to fight against the cops when they're trying to place you under arrest. That's resisting. Walking away is not resisting.
But he illegally lawfully detained him.
Once he told him he was detained, you cannot continue spreading.
I didn't hear him say he was detained.
Yeah, I didn't hear him say he was detained. I heard him say, "Sir, stop walking."
Stop walking, stop resisting, he said. And I didn't ever hear him say you're under arrest or you're detained. I didn't.
Yeah, that's not resisting arrest. The cop has to legally say, "Sir, you're being detained," or "Sir, you're under arrest," before the officer can say you're resisting arrest. Resisting arrest is when you're fighting against the officer, like we're trying to get away. That's resisting arrest. Walking away is not resisting.
I don't know if it was detainment or it's a lawful order. Anyway. Yeah, poor no name dude. He was just trying to help the lady out.
Plus, when the cops when they detain you, they have to have reasonable they have to have a reasonable suspicion of why they detain you.
Just put in the private chat.
Just filming in public is not reasonable suspicion. Or the old saying, like to officer detain you, they have to have probable cause.
So Breaking the Flaw said, no, that was not the ruling.
Well, because we don't know what the ruling is yet.
No, he's talking about the ruling that I was talking about. So he's disagreeing with me about the ruling that was in 10-foot rule.
The 10 feet rule.
Yeah.
There is no 10-foot ruling. It was only a court case that was done, and
did you see what he said? Let's say he did violate SD code number. Never once did he touch a police officer in duties, and it would only be a citation and not an arrestable offense. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Ben Emerson said, "Hey, you see, Andrew, Shelly's on Brian's stream." Yeah, but they're not talking about the drama or anything. They're talking about no name Audit. About how the cops try to sit and told that he's being, walking away resisting arrest.
Why do you agree with it first?
I agree that if he did say you're detained, and he walked away, and continued to walk away when he said, don't walk away, don't walk away, you're resisting, you're resisting. You're resisting detainment, resisting arrest, whatever. Then yes, it's arrestable if he determines he did not.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, being detained and being under arrest is two different things.
I'm putting a link in the private for it. I just found that city ordinance. I'll put in the link in just 1 second. Check it in private and read it. It does say the word.
Being under arrest means, you know, the cops believe in their mind you broke the law. Being detained means you're just, you know, they're holding you for questioning and trying to find out what's going on, like an investigation.
In other words, physically touch,
Sorry.
or
yeah. The sergeant talked to Midwest, and Midwest, he told me Midwest that...
Like when that Ocean Shores cop questioned me.
An officer.
I mean, he didn't say I was legally detained, but, you know, I didn't go anywhere because I felt like, okay, I was being detained because he was trying to figure out what was going on. What was I doing walking around at 1 o'clock in the morning? But I was only detained for like 5 minutes. Oh yeah, and I got that. I didn't get the part in the beginning where, you know, we was questioning like that, and I started rolling my camera and started filming when he was in the car. Then he said, "Give my ID back." And he said, "Oh, have a nice night, sir."
Next player.
And the thing is, there's two of them. Why did they only take him?
Player 1.
I believe the other guy that's been riding with him doesn't have a camera or a phone.
The other guy wasn't talking to the passenger.
Possible, it's possible. No, he did go, right here he goes to look at the screen.
That's not illegal.
No, on the screen.
That's not illegal. You have the right to do that.
Anything that you see from public space, you can film and record.
Don't forget about officer safety.
Yeah.
You can't stick your camera inside, but you can, as long as you do it from the window.
Breaking the Flaw says, "Do you guys know approximately when this happened?"
Brian, do you mind to take that?
D. John says, "I am waiting on the booking info. The cop hasn't even done the paperwork yet."
You're right, you can't stick it inside the car.
If the windows roll down, you can't
Just say you don't answer questions and it'll be over with. You don't have to explain anything. Just say you don't answer questions. You gave him license, registration, insurance. It's over. He has to go run your plate, give you a ticket, and let you go. Stop talking to him. I'm trying to help you out here. Stop talking to him.
D. John says around 2:30 and 2:45, I think.
Now, who agrees or disagrees that that's going overboard when you
Breaking the Flaw says the only official word from a cop was in Providence. 10 feet is a safe distance to film, according to a supervisor.
That's going overboard. Or does everybody think that that's not going overboard? I'm asking that question. I'm not.
Okay, what Packer fan said about 2:15 a.m.
What he's doing, so it's crossing the line, but you hope that the cops don't hear you do it. That's the hope behind that.
No, the cop is right there at the window. The cop is standing at the window talking to the woman.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's a little over.
That's stepping on his toes.
Yeah.
So now the cop is at the window.
No.
That's a challenge. That's challenging his authority.
You're wrong. Go farther into the footage. The cop walks around from his vehicle. The cop wasn't even near the car.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. I didn't see him over there.
Oh, I didn't see that part. It may be right.
Watch his buddy. He's on the curve.
Wait. Do you not see the cop's head right there by the window?
There's no cop there.
Wait.
Oh, there is, yep.
He's speaking to the woman. All right? He's at the window.
Okay, I got you.
No Name has already said, lady, you don't have to say anything more. Don't say anything more. Shut up. Don't say anything. He's got all he needs.
Listen to me. You're the passenger. You do not have to identify. You don't have to give me your name or nothing. Is this your car too?
Okay, now.
You can deny search. If she's your wife, if she's your property, deny search and see.
Now what he